Hello everyone, welcome back to Garden Fever. I'm Corey LaFever, your host, and I'm coming to you direct from northern Utah in the United States. I want to welcome you to the channel. So today we are going to talk about canning jalapenos. I don't know about you, but I'm a pepper guy. I love spicy food. I make habanero jelly. I've done videos in the past about that. And when we don't have a full year-round growing season, so I'm always depressed in the winter when eventually my garden runs out and I can't grow anything other than indoors, which is a struggle. So it leads you inevitably to preservation. I always encourage everyone to preserve their garden and learn how to do that. That way you can have emergency for one thing, but then you can also preserve your garden through the winter. And today, like I said, we're going to do these. That's jalapenos. I'm going to give you a basic recipe. It's pretty simple. There are a variety of recipes. You kind of have to just find which one you like. But I try and keep it simple and easy. That's why it's not intimidating, and you can just do it quickly. And with that, let's go ahead and just get right into it and show you how to do it. Let's get to it. So first of all, this is just a quick rundown of what you're going to need. Now obviously there are different recipes and it may vary a little bit. You're going to need some vinegar. You want 5% acidity. That's important. You want some kosher salt. Any salt will do. Kosher salt is preferred. You need your canning jars, you need your lids, and your sills. You want a funnel, not necessarily necessary. I like this little grippy tool that helps me pull them out while the cans are boiling. Obviously you need jalapenos. Dill, I like to put some dill, and then I'm going to put some garlic cloves, and most important, gloves. You might want to wear a mask too while you're at it. Bay leaves, some people use peppercorn, some people use mustard seed. I'm just going to use some dill, a garlic clove. You're also going to need some clean towels and rags to wipe your lids and wipe your stuff up. Alright, the second step is you want to wash your jars, your lids, and your sills. Now you don't want to boil your sills because it can ruin this rubber part. So I don't recommend you boiling them, but you definitely need to wash them. I'll wash these, but then I'm going to boil these as well. The idea is you want to get rid of all the germs and be as clean as possible. Next step is to boil the water. Okay, now that we got it boiled, the next thing we do is prepare the jalapenos. Okay, let's prepare these jalapenos. First thing you want to do is you want to wash them. Make sure that they're nice and clean. Being clean is very important in canning. You want to preserve your food for as long as possible and keep it from going bad on you. That's the point of canning it. Gloves. That's so important at this stage. And you want to start cutting your peppers up. Compost the stem, and you want to slice them to about that thick. If you want them milder, get rid of the seeds. If you don't mind them a little spicy, keep the seeds. You can go thicker than what I'm doing. Preference. Up to you. That's about the size you want to cut them. If you want to can a whole pepper, or do them whole, because some people like to do that, make sure you put a little slit on the side so air can escape, or else they have a chance of exploding inside of the jar when you can them. Okay, the next step is to make the brine. This is the liquid that's going to go in there. This recipe is for 1.5 pounds of jalapenos. You're going to want 3.5 cups of vinegar. Make sure it's white vinegar. Make sure it's 5% acidity. You can use apple vinegar as well, or the combination of the two. You want to bring that to boil. You want to put 1 cup of water. You want to put 1 cup of sugar. This is optional. It makes it a little sweeter. And then you want a tablespoon of pickling salt, which aka kosher salt. Now this is where it can get optional, but I always add garlic and some dill. You can use peppercorn, you can use bay leaves, about a tablespoon. I'm a little bit loose on that. Then you want to bring it to a boil. Okay, now we are boiling, and what I do is I make sure I take 1 clove per jar. So you want to make sure you have, if you do it this way, you want to make sure you do 1 garlic clove per jar that you're going to use. Now when you do this, note that your liquids over time is going to get a little bit cloudy and your jalapenos will be a little bit mushy. Now if you don't want this, you need to add a little bit of calcium chloride. There's some products out there like Pickled Crispy by Ball and Mrs. Wage's Extra Crunch. If you put that in there, it'll keep them crunchy, but they're good to eat either way. There we go. That's a little better. Make sure you wipe off your lid before you seal it. Now I will boil it one more time. Alright, let it boil for about 10-15 minutes and then you're done. Voila, you have pickled jalapenos. Alright, hopefully that'll help you with your canning your goods, at least jalapenos. There's other videos obviously where we're going to can other things, but it's a pretty simple recipe. And peppers are good because of how spicy they are. They can real well. You don't have to pressure cook them or anything. They'll preserve as long as you do everything as clean as you can. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, comment, share the video if you feel like it, and let's make this world a paradise, one garden at a time.